I arrived here driven by a broken heart. The first one belonged to my family. The deep feeler, the one who spoke the truth out loud in a system that needed silence to survive. Discarded, blamed for feeling anything at all, cast out for the very thing that made me, me. It was only the beginning. Because after that, every room I walked into asked the same thing of me. Shrink. Conform. Abandon yourself at the door if you want to belong here. And I tried. Oh boy, did I try. Relationship to relationship, environment to environment, showing up the same way every time, desperately seeking the one place my whole self could finally land. The one person who could meet me there, who would be curious about my inner world without flinching, who would not ask me to make myself smaller so they could feel comfortable. And every single time, I ran into the same shadow. The avoidance, the limitation, the love that did not ask them to rise, only asked me to shrink. And I would feel it again, that ripple, that recognition. Wait, I've been here before. I kept asking to be understood, to be seen, to be heard, and I was always met only as far as they had met themselves. This is the thing nobody tells the black sheep, the deep feeler, the one who always knew there was more, who felt everything so loudly they were told it was a problem. Nobody tells you that the people you love the most will only ever be able to meet you at the edge of their own awareness. And it's not that they don't love you, it's that they haven't gone where you are trying to go. And so I kept moving forward, tears streaming down my face, one step in front of the other. Because there was still breath in my lungs. Out in the world, I finally found them. The artists, the sensitive ones, the creatives, the dreamers, the lovers, the ones who had been told they were too much. My language landed. My heart landed. And for the first time in my life, I understood. My voice was never wrong. It was simply looking for the room it belonged in. I attended festivals, danced, made art, found community. And I never knew I had been searching for these people my whole life. So here I have arrived. What began as a broken heart, the first to speak the truth into exile, is now a creator among many, where silence is the atrocity, and avoidance is the curse that erodes everything it touches. There was always a part of me that had compassion for the ones I left behind. I could see the inner child in them, the spark, the potential, the light they had forgotten, and I moved forward anyway, weeping for what I could see so clearly in them, what they would not yet see in themselves. And then one day I understood. The tears I cried for them, endlessly, were for the potential I refused to see in myself, the shiniest, brightest one, who just never looked in the mirror long enough to recognize his own beauty. You cannot carry anyone forward through sheer will and love. To rise is to rise alone. And it is only in the rising that you become the proof, the trail of fire, the path unmistakably lit, that small minds once called unreachable, unattainable, now undeniable. This is the power of shining your light. Doing it scared, doing it anyway, loving yourself enough to go first. So here's what I want to ask before I go. Who have you been dimming your light for? How long have you been making yourself smaller so someone else could stay comfortable? Because the ones you love, the ones you have been waiting to bring with you, can only meet you as far as they have met themselves. You cannot shrink your way into being loved by people who are afraid of their own light. So stop waiting for permission. The black sheep was never lost. The black sheep was just early.